Uh, Good evening. Thank you. My name is Saqib Ali. I live in Gaithersburg, and I appreciate your time and attention. And it's nice to still see some old colleagues from back in the day. So, hi guys. Not old colleagues. Digging, right? I'm here today to talk about Maryland business development funds. There is an organization called the Maryland Israel Development Corporation. This is a state, it's a public-private partnership established by the state to promote Israeli companies to do business in Maryland. And I've passed out a handout to you. You should have it. It shows that for the past 2 years at least, Maryland, the state government has been giving over $300,000 a year to this corporation. You know, in principle, I have no problem whatsoever with business development funds for international companies to do business in Maryland. It seems like a good thing, increases our tax revenue base. But what doesn't make sense to me is to target it specifically to this one country, Israel. Try as I might, I looked around, I couldn't find a Maryland Korea Development Corporation, or Maryland India Development Corporation, or Maryland Mexico Development Corporation, or Maryland Palestine Development Corporation. So my question and my plea is, why is this money targeting only one small sector of international companies when it can be targeting all international companies wherever the opportunity may be? And I'm asking you, especially those in the budget committees, to redirect this money to a general fund that doesn't specifically target just companies from one country in a seemingly arbitrary way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for holding this forum to give us the opportunity to hear our concerns. My name is Samira Hussein, and I am Palestinian American. I have lived in Maryland since 1982. I work for Montgomery County Public Schools, and 4 of my children, they graduated from MCPS, and 2 graduated from USG. So they're doing a great job, everybody. And I also serve as a volunteer in several ways. I am an immigrant, but actually I'm a refugee. And this issue really I care about a lot. And Saqib just told you about the Maryland Israel Development Corporation. Of the companies that we do deal with, they brought this company, it's called ALTA. ALTA is the state gives them a tax break. ALTA has contract to help build President Trump wall. I don't want my money to go to such companies. I want my money to go to education, to opportunities for children. I am an ESOL student. I was an ESOL student. I benefited a great deal out of that. I want the money goes to pre-K for everyone, not just selective group people. And thank you for your public service.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nathan Feldman, and as you heard earlier from our old friend Saqib Ali, the Maryland Israel Development Corporation receives hundreds of thousands of dollars in grant money from the state of Maryland. And I'm here to testify that this money and this relationship is not only somewhat strange, as was referenced before, but it is actively harmful. You'll find in one chart that I supplied from the MIDC of their strategic partners, as referenced by Samira, one of their top partners is ELTA Systems, an Israeli weapons manufacturer that is headquartered in Annapolis Junction. Now, this company, which has close ties with the MIDC for business development, has also helped supply a prototype to the Donald Trump border wall, among other violations of basic human rights that the company has either engaged in or is in the process of attempting to engage in, including funding the genocidal Burmese military in its genocide against the Burmese Muslim population. Now, to me, it doesn't make very much sense that Maryland would want taxpayer money going to such an entity or to the assistance of such an entity in its activities. you'll find that the city of Tucson, when it found out about ELTA's involvement in trying to build the Trump border wall, actually pulled its investments from ELTA, and my hope is that we can stop this public-private partnership from the state of Maryland in this particular special way, because attracting businesses to the state of Maryland to assist in building a border wall, I think, goes against the values of our state. It goes against our values as Americans because we value immigrants, and it goes against our best interests as a welcoming community.
Thank you very much. My good friend, Senator Kramer, has a question.
Thank you for that, Mr. Chairman, and I want to say that it's always a pleasure to see my old friend, former Delegate Saqib Ali, and he's certainly not getting any younger, but good to see you. I appreciate your commentary, and I would just share with you that the small investment that the state makes into its dynamic relationship with the State of Israel has returned dividends in the tens and hundreds of millions of dollars because the state of Maryland, along with many other states in this nation, recognized that as the only democracy in the Middle East, the State of Israel, many years ago, formed a special relationship with Maryland, and in doing so, the amazing technology that has developed in Israel, and it is now one of the leading nations on the planet in technology, this despite the fact that it has been under constant attack and continues to be by its Arab neighbors. Israel is a technological miracle, and the advances in medicine between the University of Maryland system and the State of Israel, as well as the advances in technology through cooperation of Maryland enterprise and that found in Israel, has been significant, it's been dramatic, and again has improved the lives of not just Maryland's residents, but across the globe, because these advances have helped people in every nation. And I would proffer to you the tiny, tiny investment that the state puts into that has brought about an amazing revolution in technology that has brought significant benefit to lots of individuals. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Again, always a pleasure to see you, my friend, and thank you for that, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Kramer, thank you for that very good insight. Vice Chair Lee.
Are there any questions from the legislators? Okay, we will have our next panel now.
Do I get to respond? Or?
Oh,
So is there a question? There was no question. There was no question? Okay.
Okay, thank you.